Happy day students. In this video, we are going to start off with a new lesson, My Unknown Friend, written by Stephen Leacock. And here comes the description about the author. Stephen Leacock was a very popular Canadian humorist. He was also a teacher for many years. Literary lapses and nonsense novels and sunshine sketches of a little town are some of his books. Between the years 1915 and 1925, he was the best known English speaking humorist in the world. Let's get into the summary of the story. The writer has written this story more likely a play with two characters, himself and the stranger. The stranger stepped into the compartment of the pullman where the writer was sitting all alone. The stranger was wearing an expensive coat and carrying an expensive suitcase, which gave him a luxurious look. The stranger immediately greeted the narrator with joy as if he were a long lost friend. The writer was wondering who the stranger was and he couldn't recall him a bit. He found it very difficult to remember people's names, recall a face, and failed to recall a person's appearance even. He also added that he was an absent minded person who knows how to muddle through a conversation confidently until he recognizes someone. They both were engaged in conversations, but the writer found it very difficult to manage. The stranger was continuing about the old gang and how life goes on and the different tracks that they face. The writer decided to make a bold stroke by asking, "Do you ever hear anything of Billy now?" Billy was a common name, and hence he knew that he was safe using that name. The stranger even managed to reply that Billy was ranching out in Montana, and the conversations went on about few old friends. Then the mood changed when the stranger referred to a loss, and the writer was wondering, what had I lost? Was it money? And if so, how much? Then the writer choked with joy when he realized that the stranger was mentioning about a death. Though death is a serious loss, the writer was relieved that he knows how to handle the discussion. He has only to keep quiet until he gets more information about whom he is supposed to have lost. When the train was slowing down, the stranger looked quickly out of the window and his face was agitated. The stranger said that he had missed the last station where he was supposed to get out. Then the stranger tried opening the lock of the suitcase with a bunch of keys in his hand, and the writer thought that he might not get down and may continue to plague him. He wanted to get rid of the stranger. Henceforth, the writer offered some money from his pocket, saying not to bother about the lock. Saying thanks, he grabbed the roll of money out of writer's hand and he sprang from the train. Then the writer noticed two things. He saw the man walking slowly on the platform and thought he may have missed the connecting train to take him back to his station. He saw the expensive suitcase near him and presumes the stranger had forgotten to take it. Now comes the twist of the story. A well dressed man, the person, looking for his lost suitcase, came into the compartment and felt happy to get it back. Then only the writer realized his mistakes and blamed himself for being foolish enough to let himself be cheated by a stranger by playing along with him. The irony of the story: the speaker revels in the thought that he has been leading the stranger on into believing that he has recognized him, only to realize in the end that it was he who had been tricked. So, we all should be safe when we are talking or meeting a stranger. I hope this video will be helpful for you all. Have a good day. Thank you.